how do we actually elevate the performance of AI by teaching it how we think? Why does it matter? Who here is still frustrated with their ChatGPT, Claude results? It's just, okay, we always go back and forth, It's just not me. I can do my work faster. Apart from Brittany, I saw her hand up. Anyone else? Yep, I see Steven as well. Yes, okay. This is because we are missing a step. We're learning how to make AI sound like us, but it's not thinking like us. And the difference is, sounding like us is just mimicking the tone. It automates just the words that we use. Still feels familiar, but it's still shallow, like it's just not getting us. And it often needs corrections. You go back and forth, and you edit. But when you make it think like you and you're teaching it think like you, now it's not going to be perfect, obviously. But if you start teaching this, it can then also mirror your reasoning. It can help you start automating those judgment calls. You can help it become more consistent, and it starts anticipating how you decide. Hello, is anyone here? Can you guys hear me? I'd love to see and hear your voices. Hello, Carrie. Thanks for turning on your camera. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Oh my God, doggies.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, dog.
Doggies in Halloween costumes.
Oh my goodness.
Glad to see you, Cien. How are you?
Ron, it's been too long. Thanks for
Yeah.
joining me today. Thank you for joining us.
No worries. I'm happy.
Love it. Hi, we've got familiar faces. We've got people that I haven't met. Thank you so much for joining. I promise it'll be a short 30-minute session, actually 20 minutes, but then I'll stay for 10 minutes for questions. Meet the doggy. He is interested in AI, obviously, wants to upskill. Brittany, what's your dog's name?
This is Biggie Smalls. Biggie Smalls the Notorious. You might be familiar.
Notorious. Love it. Okay, by the way, housekeeping, we are recording the session. Thank you again for joining our 30-minute session. I'll be fitting in a 20-minute class. 10-minute we'll be using for questions and answers. What else do I have to say? I like my sessions interactive. So if there are any questions that you can't, you can't wait till the session ends, all you have to do is raise your hand and unmute yourself or message it in the chat. I've got Ace and Kim joining us today as well. So they'll be looking at the chat to make sure that all your questions are answered. Okay, so welcome to the LaunchLemonade Masterclass. We actually had these series of masterclasses a year ago, but I paused for a while because, founder life, I did everything else as well. But now it's back. And we'll be doing a series every Wednesday and might have one odd here and there for on other days. So do to our Luma page. All right, let's proceed. Today we'll be talking about how to teach AI to think like you. And we're not just talking about the tone, but your reasoning as well, Biggie Smalls. So it's not just about how you sound, but it's about how you think as well. Because tone is not thought. So we've learned how to add in our custom instructions, spell in British English only, or use active voice. We've now learned how to get AI to imitate what words we use, what words we do not use. Don't word buzz or things like that. So we've learned how to do that already. Now, how do we actually elevate the performance of AI by teaching it how we think? So why does it matter? Who here is still frustrated with their ChatGPT, Claude results? Like, it's just, okay. And we always go back and forth. And it's like, it's just not me. Like I can do my work faster. Apart from Brittany, I saw her hand up. Anyone else? Yep, I see Steven as well. Yes, okay. And this is because we are missing a step. We're learning how to make AI sound like us, but it's not thinking like us. And the difference is, sounding like us is just mimicking the tone. It automates just the words that we use. Still feels familiar, but it's still shallow, like it's just not getting us. And it often needs corrections. You go back and forth, and you edit. But when you make it think like you and you're teaching it think like you, now it's not going to be perfect, obviously. But if you start teaching this, it can then also mirror your reasoning. It can help you start automating those judgment calls. You can help it become more consistent, and it starts anticipating how you decide. So what's the difference between currently how AI's reasoning work and how our reasoning works? So I've simplified this. Obviously, the human brain is complex and we have nuanced reasoning pathways, but I've kind of tried to simplify it in this table. With AI, it just receives and then interprets, and then it infers, like it looks at your query and then refines it. But then with humans, we don't just receive, we perceive. We also have filtering, we judge, and we also have the ability to reflect. So those are kind of like the main nuances of how AI is designed to provide an output versus how humans react, because we have AI's reasoning is designed to receive rather than perceive, to interpret rather than filter. Actually, I saw some people taking down notes, so I'll give you a second if you were. Take a screenshot, might be easier. And we're recording the session, so we'll be sharing the recording after as well. So how do you teach AI to think like you? Okay, so this is the time to write down your notes and take a screenshot. But there's a 3-step flow. The first step is you start mapping out your mental model. What does it mean? You identify how you make decisions, including your filters, your rules, and your trade-offs. So that means you start seeing your own genius clearly. So you're mapping out, when I'm making a decision, what filters do I use? What are kind of like the rules that I have in place before I actually make a decision? The next step is you translate that into an AI step or an AI instruction or an AI logic. You turn your thinking patterns into system instruction and rules. So by mapping out how you think, you then delegate that and you design that within your AI. It matters because you not only give them your input or your request, you're also delegating the way you judge. And then you start reinforcing it with feedback loops. So you give, like people, we learn by reinforcement learning. AI does the same. So AI has been designed to also receive feedback. And that's your 3 steps to get there. But how do we actually, okay, Shan, you make it sound easy, mapping out your mental model. Like I just make a decision. I see cake, I want cake, I buy cake, I eat cake. That's my decisioning process. When we're thinking about our mental models, this is one way of doing that. You can ask yourself, how do I approach problems? Are you analytical? Are you intuitive? Are you creative? For example, I break things into steps before deciding. That's one line that you can add into your system instruction. You can also ask yourself, what do I prioritize under pressure? Is it clarity? Is it the summary? Is it detailed explanation? For example, I value clarity over perfection, or the other way around. You could be valuing perfection as well. And the third question that you can ask yourself to create these mental models, what do I always double check? Is it the citation, the references, evidence? For example, I verify source credibility before sharing. And again, with these examples, once you start answering and reflecting this, you can then translate these specific examples into parts of your instruction for your AI. Okay, now we go into the juicy part. How do we actually use this in ChatGPT, in Claude, in LaunchLemonade? So if you're not a LaunchLemonade user, you can also apply this to your favorite AI platform, whether that's ChatGPT, Claude has this now as well, and other platforms has this now as well. But the kind of like the easiest way, the platforms that have been doing this for a while is ChatGPT. We've had this for over a year now, but Claude just launched the same feature, I think last week. So you can do this in Claude as well. So all you have to do, if you're in LaunchLemonade, is go to profile and billing. Actually, I missed a slide. Before I show you how to do it, let me show you my mental model first. Okay, so for example, my mental model, this is how I've written it. I prioritize reasoning that reflects clear, practical, and empathetic decision making. My thinking style combines strategic clarity, fast iteration, and human-centered judgment. So I told it exactly, this is how I reflect, and I prioritize human-centered judgment. And then I said, when analyzing or deciding, start by summarizing the context before giving recommendation. Simplify complex information into clear, structured reasoning. Prioritize practical, implementable solutions over theoretical ones. I don't want any theories. I want practical, tangible examples. Under time pressure, so if I'm in a hurry, like I want this quick, favor clarity and action over analysis. I even told it what I prioritize, like how do I think? I don't want perfection. I want something that's tangible and I can test right away. I love experimenting. I even added here, consider emotional impact that states how an answer feels to the end user. And the last one I said, reflect and improve reasoning after feedback. So even teaching it how to reflect on a feedback. So and then I summarized trade-off hierarchy. First, clarity. Second, practicality. Third, perfection. Your decision style is pragmatic, adaptive, and reflective. And your preferred reasoning is context first, transparent, and purposeful. So I was very clear about my mental model, and then I wrote that down. And then we go back to the platform. I think someone raised their hand. No? Okay.
I just made you a compliment.
Oh, thank you so much. So now I know exactly how I think, and I want my AI to think like me so I can scale myself and it can start mimicking me. I then go into my profile building on LaunchLemonade and I go to Brain. If you're in ChatGPT, all you have to do is go to the top low, what is this hand? Left side of your screen, click where it says your name and find personalization. You can find the same feature. They call it memory. So now I literally added in my memory my reasoning framework. I just added that in here. On top of that, like I said earlier, we learned how to tell our AI our tone of voice. That's also there. I'm not going to teach you tone of voice today. I'm teaching you about reasoning. So I added my reasoning on here. And now every time I use a model or I use my AI assistants, it's copied my reasoning mental model framework. Let's put it to the test. Okay. So I'm going to just use one of my pre-built assistants. I'm going to use Claude. Again, once you've added your reasoning model, your mental model within your AI setup, whether that's in Claude, ChatGPT, or LaunchLemonade, it will start doing the same. So for example, I will ask a question. Can you repeat how to do it on ChatGPT, please? Yes, I'll show you actually after I do the test. Okay, so for example, I'm gonna say, walk me through how to do my product launch for the LaunchLemonade marketplace. I could ask it different things. So as you interact with your AI, because you've added your reasoning model, now I expect all of my AI to follow my reasoning, my mental model, and my reasoning framework. So now I see that it's given me the summary, the context summary. It's given me practical steps on how to do it. So it's copied kind of like my reasoning model, my value clarity over analysis. And then it's even given me like a step-by-step on how I would complete the task that I've given it. So whatever assistant that I use, given that I've already pre-built the reasoning, my tone of voice, and in the later series, I'll also talk about how to build your knowledge bases. I already have all of that set up. It's now also reasoning like me. So it not only knows me, my tone of voice, my company information, but it's also now knows how I prefer to reason. Okay, and that is it. I mean, that was 15 minutes. I said 20 minutes. I promise that every session is just going to be short. I won't be overwhelming you with a lot of things. Today was about how to teach AI to think like you.